Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? I'm Benny, and I'm here in the garden for the cold open of MML 89. That's right, the 89th consecutive episode of the longest running weekly gardening show in the history of social media and the greatest achievement in this or any other universe. Early Monday morning shout out to my good man Lee. Just seen a pitch report for the Bulfin Oval. Can't wait to unleash a few shots down to Cow Corner this weekend. Great to catch up with you, brother. Right, now, today's a special episode, they all are, but today more so than usual because we are breaking a little bit with tradition. You see, normally I sample something for the first time that I got from the Marlborough Farmers Market. Well, today, it's a two-time sampling of my good friend Pleurotus austriatus. That's right, oyster mushrooms. I got these from my friend Janusz at the Nelson Shroomery. He's at the Marlborough Farmers Market every Sunday morning from 9 until 12. Let's try some oyster mushrooms now. Very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you, Janusz. I'll talk more about mushrooms throughout the show. Last time we featured mushrooms on Monday Morning Live, it was a tribute to Chris Farley. And fitting, because today it's a tribute to a man who would have been turning 75 this week. And that is the late, great John Belushi. He was one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live. Huge inspiration to my hero Chris Farley, and a huge inspiration to me, and indeed a huge inspiration to Monday Morning Live itself. Shout out to Renee, thank you for tuning in. We'll do live gardening. We'll take a brief look back at the week that was, we'll take a look at the week ahead. All those things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live, where we kick off today by turning the microphone off. Bee-bong. Kick off today with a look back at the week that was. Had a great week at the farmers market. Great time at the farm. The farmers market was nice and busy. A bustling market as always. Something special happened last week. Let me take a sip and I'll tell you all about it. I went to the races. You know that phrase, we're off to the races? Didn't apply for me. It should have been, we're off to the place where you bet on horses and watch them come last. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I was there selling strawberries on behalf of my good friend Stephen at Golden Mile Produce. Shout out to Stephen and Sally, avid viewers of the show, as you all are. Great time at the market, great time at the races. Something special is happening in the week ahead. Now, I can't mention what it is. There's a certain word that I'm not allowed to use on social media because I will be shut down and blocked. But it's to do with this guy. That's all I can really say about that at this point. Right, I think we should get into some live gardening. I've talked about oyster mushrooms. Now, one of the great things that I love about Benny's is the ability to grow your own food. Now, we talked about John Belushi. He was one of the stars of one of the greatest musical movies of all time, The Blues Brothers. And I've got here some blueberries that I got from the garden. I'm going to enjoy some now. Shout out to my good man Brett. Thank you for watching from Western Australia. Monday Morning Live, as always, going out to a global audience. Very delicious. The blueberries. I almost said bluesberries. Blues Brothers. Right, live gardening. I'm going to grow some mushrooms, and I'm going to do so with the assistance of my good friend Janusz from the Nelson Shroomery. He sells mushrooms that I've just enjoyed moments ago. He also sells grow your own mushroom kits. It's a grow bag. Here's one. I got this from Janusz, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grow my own mushrooms here in the garden. I'm going to sit it in a sunny spot. Actually, I'm going to grow them inside, but I'm going to bring them out to the garden every Monday morning to give you updates on how they grow, because they grow really quickly. In fact, my kids would say they look like they look like something from outer space. Now, all you need to do with these grow bags, you see, it's already full of the inoculated growing medium. It's got like a sawdust, and it's got the mushroom spores inoculated to it. So all you need to do, now Janusz punches holes in these grow bags when he sells them. So all you need to do is keep it moist. Keep it nice and moist. And you can do so using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. I've got one here. Where is it? Bingo! Just kidding. Bingo! Here's the 6100 series, available in the gift shop. Why not buy two? And I'm just going to spritz around the little holes. Just a little bit of a spritz. And as those mushrooms grow and they come out of the bag, we'll keep them nice and moist using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. How much time have we got, Alf? A couple of minutes. Righto, let's pop this down and we'll give you updates on that as we go. I'm going to give some shout outs. I've already given a shout out to Lee, to Renee, to Brett. My mum's watching. Shout out to her as well. Shout out to my sister Abba Dabba. Shout out to my dad who's watching. What a turnout. I want to give a shout out to a WWE Hall of Famer who passed away just this recent week. His name was Bob Uecker. He was known as Mr. Baseball. An absolute legend. Absolute legend of broadcasting. He was a really funny guy. He appeared at WrestleMania 3. And he'll be sorely missed. He was the guy, and often when I think about this guy, I think about Reg McGundry. Because Bob Uecker once famously said, "It's amazing how a uniform can change a player. He's still a dick." And that applies to my good man Reg McGundry as well. Right, we've done gardening. Oh, I want to give you some updates. I'll do some more shout outs in a moment, but here's some gardening updates. Now, this is the Love Lies Bleeding. This is our amaranthus. We planted this 4 weeks ago here on the show, and you can see, get in close there, Algorithm. Algorithm, our show's producer. You can see that not only do we have the first kind of seed leaves, those are the first 2 leaves that emerge from the seed. We've also got the next lot of leaves, so this is getting very close to being able to transplant on. And we might do that live here on the show next week. But that's an update of our Love Lies Bleeding, growing really well. Another update for you is to do with the Benny's 6100 series germination chamber. This is our coriander. We sowed this 2 weeks ago, and a little bit of a nervous moment last week when I went to give an update and nothing had germinated, but I'm happy to say we have had some germination. You can see there, germination. So they started to germinate, and I've done so using the Benny's 6100 series. Available in the gift shop. Why not buy two? Right, shout outs. Shout out to everybody watching live. Shout out to everybody who tunes in later on today to the special widescreen version of Monday Morning Live on my YouTube channel, Benny. You can find it by searching Benny Ward. That's the letter I and then Benny Ward. While you're there, why not subscribe? It's free to the first 500 zillion subscribers from this or any other universe. I want to give a shout out to everybody who joins me every Sunday morning at the Marlborough Farmers Market. Now, this week, it doesn't happen often. This is the first time in almost 18 months of being at the Marlborough Farmers Market. I'm going to have a weekend off. Why not? I'm going to head to my good friend Lee's for a barbecue and a spot of backyard cricket. It's important to every now and then just take those moments to just chill. Just remind yourself that these are the good old days. I want to give a shout out to my man Phil. Phil, who's having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Phil. I want to give a shout out to my good man Alf. I want to give a shout out to my good friend Melissa from the Pot Shed. No, it's not what you think. She has a stall at the Marlborough Farmers Market every Sunday. She sells flowers. These are geraniums. You can probably see on Facebook. No, but you can definitely see on YouTube. All the more reason to tune in later today. These are geraniums that I got from my good friend Melissa from the Pot Shed. I want to give a shout out to all the brothers out there. This skull right here that's been causing a few shenanigans lately, that was given to me by my brother. We've got Bray here and his brother. Where was I going with that, with brothers? Oh, and that, also a shout out to my good man Jim Belushi, brother of the late great John Belushi. Right, time's getting away. We're ticking away. The moments that make up a dull day. Shout out to everybody who is joining us live. Sound out in the comments down below if there's anything you want to see here on the show. And don't say some jokes that are actually funny for a change, because it's impossible. Let's take a drink of water and let's just get our bearings for the week ahead. School holidays are continuing in full force. This is the real test of your stamina as a parent. You come out of Christmas, you come out of New Year, things kind of start to settle down. Some people go back to work. You start to sort of ease your way back into the routines of the year, and you find that you've still got a couple of weeks left of school holidays. I think it's all about just enjoying those moments. Don't wish time away. My good friend Matt once said that. Never wish time away. Just enjoy the moments, enjoy the time. A bit like we're doing right here. On Monday Morning Live. We do it every single Monday. This is episode 89. Episode 90 next week. We've got something special planned. I mean, I do kind of do something special every week, but something extra special for next week to celebrate the 90th, week anniversary of Monday Morning Live. You can see me every Monday at Monday Morning Live. Apart from this week, you can see me every Sunday at the Marlborough Farmers Market. Thank you for joining me. I'm Benny Ward. Subscribe if you're on board. And I will see you next time in the garden.
And we're clear. Pretty good.
Thanks, Al. I thought so too. Pretty good. Now, last few times I've done this, something strange has happened to our guest, so here goes. For the love of Vardy, he's the same.